At 12 o'clock, we got my Nittany Lions playing, guys. We got Ohio. The Bobcats started off their season with a win, traveling to Penn State, which also started off their season with a win. Both these games were very close. They were able to eke out Florida Atlantic. Ohio was able to eke out Florida Atlantic in their victory, and Penn State was able to eke out Purdue in theirs. Penn State favored 27.5 points on ABC. Curtis Rourke last week, the quarterback for Ohio, went 27-34, threw for 345 yards, 4 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. Sai Bangura had 23 catches for 114 yards. And James Bostic had 6 catches for 136 yards and a touchdown. Sean Clifford through the air went 20-37, threw for 282 yards, 4 touchdowns to 1 interception. Not to mention the rushing touchdown he had last week, and had a 54.1% completion percentage. They did not have the best ground game. Basically, you could say that about every Penn State game, but Katrin Allen was their leading rusher on the ground. He had 8 carries for 31 yards. Mitchell Tinsley was their leading receiver through the air. He's had 7 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Penn State leads the series all-time 5-1. Ohio actually won a game, and the last game actually did go to Ohio in 2012. Ohio beat Penn State. If you wanted to know, Bill O'Brien was the head coach of Penn State, so it makes a lot of sense why they lost to Ohio. But the Nittany Lions are an interesting football team, to say the very least. They're a team that obviously has shown the ability last year to compete with the big boys like Michigan, Michigan State, and Ohio State. But they also showed last year that they lost a lot of heartbreakers. They did not play well in the close games. They lost a heartbreaker to Iowa, and it kind of went downhill from there, losing obviously the heartbreaker to Illinois, a heartbreaker to Michigan, and obviously a heartbreaker to Michigan State. I don't count the Ohio State loss as much as a heartbreaker because it was a 9-point loss. But like Michigan, the Michigan game, Illinois game, and Iowa game were all games that we had in hand and we let slip away. Same with the Michigan State game as well. I think what's going to be really interesting here for the Penn State Nittany Lions is how can they get a run game going against a team like Ohio. They couldn't get it going against a team like Purdue, but last year it was kind of it was an interesting thing because they couldn't get a run game going against Villanova, and it kind of showed their weakness offensively. If they can get a run game going against Ohio, it can at least be some sign of hope in the future that they can actually establish a run game. I find it very unlikely that Penn State wins by 27.5. It just, more than that, it just seems unlikely that they win by that many points. They normally, after they have a significant lead, like 21, they're going to bench some of their starters or just hand the ball off and chew some clock. And it just seems unlikely that they win by 27.5. It's just Penn State's not that football team. I'm going to go with Penn State to win, but not cover the spread.